Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I really hope you like it here. Please go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way when something exciting goes up on this channel, you will be notified. And my returning subscribers, you guys are awesome. By the way, today we are celebrating 200 subscribers in less than a month. Like, you guys are just awesome. I honestly didn't think people would support my channel, but apparently I stand corrected. So thank you so much. A lot of you guys that follow me on my Instagram knows that I do not post a lot of other stuff other than food. Some have probably labeled me as a foodie or that girl that likes cooking or whatever. But anyway, I post a lot of pictures and I've received a lot of positive feedback from all of you guys, which is really nice. I mean, I do it because I love it. I have a husband, I've got kids, so I have to cook. So I enjoy cooking. Because it makes people happy, and also the other part of me that loves eating makes me cook. So today I just thought it would be a great idea for me to share with you guys like spices that I always have in my pantry. I always use them all the time, and if I do not have the spices, it's like I lose my mind. It's like I lost my child in the mall or something crazy. But anyway, I will be sharing those spices with you guys. One of the reasons is because like a friend of mine a while back asked me like what kind of spices, like they like cooking but they're not really sure what kind of spices to use and stuff like that. And I know as women we want to make food that, you know, bring happiness to people. You want people to be filled with joy when they eat the food. It's like they take them out and then they lose their eyes, their eyes goes like sideways and stuff like that. So I am going to show you some of the stuff that I use, and I hope you use them or you try them out, and you'll be sharing with me what you guys use and stuff like that. The number one thing I always use paprika. Now paprika, funny thing, I didn't know about paprika until maybe, I don't know, very recently, probably 3-4 years back. I wanted to buy cayenne pepper and I just saw a reddish spice and I just assumed that it was spicy. I bought it and I came to use it, but I was so disappointed. Like, what kind of pepper is this that doesn't burn? But to my discovery, I started using it because it was in my pantry and I had to use it. So I started using paprika. I wasn't very in love with the taste because I couldn't really figure out what it tastes like. But as time progressed, I just got in love, fell in love with this spice. So paprika is number one. I love it especially because of its reddish color. It's very bright red, as you can see. I use paprika a lot. I use it when I'm seasoning meat for a quick pan fry, or when I'm marinating it for the next day or whatever. I love it especially, like I mentioned before, because of its vibrant reddish color that it brings to the plate. When you season food with paprika, it just brings out this beautiful color, and it transfers that to the pot. When you cook it, the color is just as beautiful. So I am going to demonstrate what I mean by that. So this is pork that I seasoned with just black pepper and salt and a little bit of olive oil. For some reason, I always put olive oil in my food. And this is the same meat, pork, with salt and black pepper and paprika. Like, if you look at this too, if you find meat that is marinated and somebody told you to pan fry something in a pan, you would obviously take this because it looks delicious. So that is one of the reasons why I like using paprika. It's because of its vibrant color. So my second seasoning is this guy over here. This is lemon and black pepper spice. I love it so much. I use it for chicken, and it has been used for fish for the longest time. Like, people use lemon and pepper for seasoning. I know that a lot of people are intimidated by cooking fish because they never know how to season it. So if you just put salt and black pepper and lemon, that is enough seasoning. Some people like to add garlic. I love garlic in fish seasoning as well. But if you are not very good in that area, if you just use the normal black pepper and lemon spice to just season your fish, let it sit a little bit for the marinade or the seasoning to be soaked into the fish. That is an easy and delicious way to season your fish, and it is guaranteed to make people happy. Just try it. It's really, really good. So the third one is this one. These are red chili pepper flakes. Now I love using chili flakes because they are spicy, not as spicy as fresh chili, but I just love it because when I run out of my fresh chili, I use it to make chili oil, or just add it to my food to bring that little bit of kick to my food, because I cannot eat food without chili. So I must always have chili flakes in my house at all times. But you can use it if you want to have something spicy, but you don't want to go over the top with the seasoning and go, I'll lose your mind with the spiciness. You can actually just buy that one. It's not very spicy, but it just has the right amount of spiciness. I may add that like dried spices, like chili flakes, for example. They are not as spicy as the fresh ones, and it goes with other herb spices or whatever. Like the ones that are dry, they are not very strong in taste as it would have been with the fresh ones. My fourth spice will be this black pepper. Like I use black pepper all the time. It is this big because I use it all the time. I could not put it in the smaller containers because then it will finish and I have to refill. I am part of the Lazy Wives Club, so whatever works for me is what we'll do. With the other spices, I make an exception because I don't use them all the time, except for these ones. But anyway, I like black pepper. Like I eat a lot of steak. I'm from Africa. We eat a lot of meat, especially in Namibia. My tribe, we love meat. We can have meat. We can have steaks for breakfast, for lunch, snack, dinner, all the time, all week, all month, all year long, without complaining and without getting tired. And I am one of those people. I love my steak, and I do not like using a lot of seasonings with my meat. I only use black pepper and salt. So I have black pepper with me all the time. It has a very, very good taste. I don't even know how to explain the taste, but it's just so good and I just love it so much. So just try it. I think not a lot of people buy black pepper because they never really know what to use it for, or they think it's spicy, but it's not that spicy. But once it gets you off guard, you always have that moment of excuse me. But it always has that. Not always, but sometimes it's tricky that way, but it's really, really delicious and I use it all the time. So black pepper is another one. And then I have this. This is the garlic powder. I know some people do not like chopping garlic because it's just so uncomfortable unless you're a professional chef, you know how to stuff. But I am not those people, and I am lazy to cut or chop garlic, so I buy the garlic powder. It's not as strong and dominant in flavor, but it just gives it the right amount of flavoring to whatever dish you're cooking. I use it for seasoning meat sometimes. When I say meat, I mean chicken and other things that is not beef. Okay, but sometimes in beef too, but not so much. I like it because if you don't know what to use for flavoring, if you just put in your salt and your black pepper and then your garlic, it is already done. Or just salt with your paprika and then the garlic powder. It is good seasoning. I love it, and I use it pretty much all the time until it runs out, and then I go back to the chopping garlic crew. So that is my second last one. And then the last one is obviously the one that we all know. Okay, I use the coarse salt because I don't even know why, it just feels good to just pick up and then, okay, this is where I keep it anyway. Just pick up and I'm like, I like that. So salt, we all know that you cannot cook food without salt. I am really sorry for people who cannot eat food without salt, but I use salt for everything else. I always have it. I prefer the coarse salt because it just feels good, and it's just one of those things that makes me look cool when I'm cooking in front of my kids. I'm like, and they're like, wow, mama, you are so cool. And I'm like, duh, it's me, mom, mother knows best. So I like that. And that concludes the spices that I use in my kitchen that I always have. I always use the seasoning pretty much with all the food. The only thing that I will say to defend myself is my food does not always taste the same because it's different food. But I like to spice it up with other things, but I always use all of these things. I would like to hear from you guys what your favorite spices are, what you use, why you use them, and you know, probably tell me about something that I've never used before. I may discover that if you share with me, and I can try it out and let you know how I like it or hate it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because that will make me very happy and you will be notified when I upload something. So until next time, bye bye.